This is Matador News, and these are today's headlines. Hurricane Irma's wrath leaves millions of Florida residents without power, and Apple is revealing some new products. Good afternoon, and welcome to Matador News. I'm Luzita Pineda.
And I'm James Farr. Hurricane Irma has been downgraded to a tropical depression. FEMA estimates 75% of Florida residents are still without power, and 25% of homes in the Florida Keys are destroyed. The Navy has dispatched ships to help the search and rescue effort. You can help too by donating to your local Red Cross.
People in the Caribbean islands are going back home to deal with the effects of Hurricane Irma. Thousands of homes have been damaged. 34 people have died as a result of the hurricane. Most were killed by falling debris. Many people are still without power, and some are running low on food and water.
California has joined 15 other states suing President Trump's administration over his plan to repeal the DACA program. They say Trump has not kept his promise to protect undocumented immigrants. California's Attorney General Javier Becerra says he is filing the suit because the state and its economy will be harmed.
All the dreamers should know that in California, we don't just support and value you, we fight for you.
California is also home to a quarter of the 800,000 DACA recipients. President Trump has delayed the repeal, giving Congress 6 months to come up with a plan.
Thank you, James. Some CSUN students feel strongly about President Trump's decision to end the DACA program. They think it's unfair and feel undocumented students should have the same educational opportunities.
Well, I feel really depressed because even though I'm from here, I know a lot of people who are not born inside the United States, and for me, I feel very sad that they're not going to be able to have the same education that I'm going to have, and their families are not going to be able to have a job.
Well, I don't think it's fair to cut some people out of living their dream here in America, because when you think about it, nobody's really, of course the Native Americans are, but this is a nation of immigrants. So at some point, all of our families came over here.
One thing I think he did say that right now he's not going to do any action because of the backlash. And I think it's one of the few smartest things he's done recently, just to say no action, because I think he realizes it's 800,000 people affected. And to tell 800,000 people you got to leave the country, that's not going to work.
The Dream Center offers legal resources to DACA students on campus. For more information, you can visit the CSUN website or visit the center Monday through Friday from 9 in the morning to 6 in the afternoon. Back to you in the studio.
Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak is meeting with President Trump today in the White House. They will be talking about the maritime security and counterterrorism. Razak has been under fire after a huge corruption scandal involving a Malaysian development company concerning money laundering. Now let's check with Erika with the latest in business.
Apple revealed its new technology today in its annual fall news conference. The company announced 3 new iPhones, including a high-end version called iPhone X, which could cost up to $1,000. The iPhone X has face detection security features, an edge-to-edge screen with a notch top for cameras and sensors, and a missing home button and wireless charging. Apple also announced an updated Apple Watch and Apple TV. Let's go to Matador News reporter Morgan Ball in the newsroom with student reactions.
Thanks, Erika. I did talk to CSUN students about their thoughts on Apple's newly released iPhone 8. And let me tell you, those reactions weren't too pleased.
I definitely wouldn't buy it. I don't like the price. I think it's too high. I think I paid over $1,000 just for the 7. So maybe the 8 is just not worth it.
I think it's too over the top. It's almost as much as a laptop, even more expensive, and I just think it's too much.
Students believe that the price of the newly released iPhone 8 is way too high. Many of them plan to use their older iPhones and may even switch over to the less pricey Samsung Galaxy later on. Apple may want to rethink the price of their new phone. Back to Erika for more business news.
Thank you, Morgan. Cities around the country are competing to house the second corporate headquarters for Amazon. The world's largest online retailer posted a request for city proposals last week. The company says it expects to employ about 50,000 well-paid workers and invest more than $5 billion in construction. Days after Amazon's request, local officials across the country are rushing out responses to pitch their cities for the company. Amazon has stressed its need for mass transit on site and a major downtown area. Achieving once-in-a-lifetime project could mean transforming a city. Today, Amazon's first headquarters is in Seattle, occupying more than 8 million square feet in office space. Let's go to Thomas Rodriguez with sports.
Thanks. The Dodgers' woe continues after losing their 11th straight, the most since the team moved from Brooklyn in 1957. They opened a 3-game series against the San Francisco Giants on Monday night. After a 3-hour rain delay, Dodgers starter Kenta Maeda pitched just 4 innings and allowed 2 home runs. The team was able to tie the game in the 4th, 5th, and 6th inning, but the Dodgers bullpen could not keep the game close in late innings. They have now lost 16 of their last 17 games and have just a 3-game lead for the best record in the majors. The Lakers are expected to retire Kobe Bryant's jersey on December 18 when they host the Warriors. The Black Mamba played his entire 20-year basketball career with the Lakers, winning 5 NBA titles and 2 NBA Finals MVP awards. His name will join the Raptors among legends like Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and most recently, Shaquille O'Neal. The team will retire both of his numbers, 8 and 24. Let's go to entertainment with Erika.
Thank you. A familiar face will be returning to the Star Wars trilogy. Disney has announced a new director for Star Wars Episode 9. The Force Awakens director J.J. Abrams will direct and co-write the final film of the trilogy. This comes just days after they parted ways with director Colin Trevorrow. Disney gave no specific reason for the split, but that they had different creative visions for the film. The decision has Star Wars fans torn on whether it's good news for the film or not. Although The Force Awakens had a great turnout, Abrams has received criticism from fans in the past for playing it too safe with his films. Star Wars Episode 9 is scheduled to premiere May of 2019. It is shattering box office records. The adaptation of Stephen King's thriller novel made more than $117 million during its opening weekend and another $62 million overseas. The R-rated film follows a group of kids as Pennywise, the demonic dancing clown, terrorizes them and their town. But those aren't the only things Pennywise is terrorizing. It has scarred up records by landing the largest opening day for an R-rated thriller. The film's debut comes just in time as the box office suffered its worst weekend in 16 years this summer. The film is expected to bring in another $50 million in its second weekend, setting another record for September. Back to Tomas with health.
Sitting may actually kill you. A new study by the Annals of Internal Medicine found sitting increases your chance of getting a disease or a condition that can kill you prematurely, even if you exercise. The study shows this type of behavior can lead to death from cardiovascular issues and a cancer, as well as chronic conditions such as type 2 diabetes. Experts suggest to make it a goal to stand up or walk around for a minute or 3 once every half hour. Women will be able to decide soon what kind of test they want to take for detecting cervical cancer. A newer HPV test is now available for women ages 30 to 65, marking the first time 2 options are available for testing this deadly virus. This new test can diagnose pre-risk cancer types, but can also lead to more false alarms. Pap testing has reduced cervical cancer dramatically within the past half-century, but the U.S. estimates more than 12,000 women will be diagnosed with cervical cancer this year. Let's check in with Luz for the weather.
We won't be completely melting today as temperatures are starting to finally drop. Today's weather calls for partially cloudy skies with a high of 91 in Northridge. The good news is that this weekend, temperatures will be in the 80s.
A baby tiger in San Diego gained a brother from another mother today. A Sumatran tiger was transferred from the National Zoo in Washington to the San Diego Zoo Safari Park Monday after being rejected by his mom. He immediately bonded with his new brother, a Bengal tiger cub, who was also rescued. Zookeepers will monitor the cubs for the next few days. It looks like they won't have any trouble getting along.
That's true. That is all for the news today. I'm Tom Rodriguez.
I'm James Farr.
And I'm Luzita Pineda.
And I'm Erika Villalvazo. Thank you for watching Matador News.